terrorized a Kansas community for decades.
This isn't the first time the BTK Strangler has contacted the local media.
A serial killer who called himself BTK for bind, torture, kill. Because that's exactly what he did to his victims. His spree lasted from 1974 to 1991, during which time he claimed 10 lives, including 2 children. It would take another 14 years for him to be unmasked, but in 2005, people were shocked to learn the killer had been living among them the whole time.
I have many, what I call them projects. They were different people in the town that I followed, watched.
Then 59-year-old Dennis Rader, a local Boy Scout leader, churchgoer, Air Force veteran, husband and father, admitted to being BTK. He detailed his crimes in court, starting with his first victims, Joseph and Julie Otero, and 2 of their children in January 1974.
Joseph opened the door. He probably let the dog out because the dog was in the house at that time.
All right, when you went into the house, what happened then?
Well, I confronted the family, pulled a pistol, confronted Mr. Otero, and asked him to, that I was there to basically, I was wanted to get the car.
Their oldest son, Charlie, discovered their bodies when he came home from school.
That's when I found my mother and my father. They were tied up.
Over the years, the killer taunted the community by sending letters to the media, police, and others, bragging about his crimes. He even suggested they use the nickname BTK. After the Oteros, Rader went on to kill 6 more people, all women between April of '74 and January 1991. When a local newspaper ran an anniversary story in 2004 about the Otero family murders, BTK sent a letter to the office claiming responsibility for killing Vicki Wegerly in 1986. He enclosed a copy of her driver's license. That put the community on edge.
And now women throughout Wichita are worrying about their safety. Gun shop owners like John Daly say calls to his business have doubled.
Women have been the majority of people inquiring as to our safety classes, our firearms marksman classes, and that type of thing.
And he's all sold out of mace.
The mail kept coming from BTK after that, and in 2005, he sent a floppy disk to a television news station. Police were able to find metadata from a deleted document that contained the name of his church and the first name, Dennis. Authorities reportedly obtained a DNA sample from one of his daughter's pap smears and matched it to DNA BTK left at the Otero's home. Police finally had their man.
BTK is arrested.
Dennis Rader pleaded guilty to 10 counts of murder and was sentenced to 10 consecutive life sentences. At the time, Charlie Otero, who was living outside of Kansas, had a message for the other victims' families.
My thoughts are with you and with your families, and I hope that you can find some peace and some consolation with his capture.
But Rader's victims went beyond the people he killed.
It took me a very long time to reconcile the man that I knew and loved and had grown up next to with the man that I was hearing these horrible things about.
Rader's daughter, Carrie Rawson, wrote a recently published book called A Serial Killer's Daughter about what it was like to find out who her father really was and her path to forgiveness.
I'd do anything to not be the daughter of a serial killer, but I am. I've had to learn how to continue on with my life and go forward.
While she and other victims try to move forward, the killer is staying right where he is. Dennis Rader is incarcerated at the El Dorado Correctional Facility in Kansas. He is 73.